Yeah, there you go. Right.
Oh, I think, yeah, so it's already recording anyway, I think. So you're going to, yeah, perfect. Welcome, Stuart. Welcome home.
Thank you. Thank you. Like I said,
Congratulations.
I'm not sure what episode or what season we're on now, but we're just going to go through it.
Who cares?
Who cares? Exactly.
We're back, and
we're back.
round Europe trip. And
I know. Yeah, it's been a long month.
Congratulations on your medal.
Thank you. It was really good. Still can't believe it, to be honest. It's still one of those. People.
Young enough, though.
I know. Yeah. Go to two different European countries to get it, but
we got
there in the end.
You did, and very, very well deserved. The courses seemed really hard over there, Stuart.
Yeah, I was saying for the two different events, like IMCA over in Italy, if we'd have had those courses on the surface at IFCS, it would have been 100 times better.
Right.
The surface at IMCA in Italy was horrendous, really. Can't really say anything else about it. It was just
such a shame, wasn't it? And I know Linda did everything that she could.
Everybody, we all tried, and I think we all sort of made our mind up.
She saw it, didn't she? She was worried about it to start with, and I know she went in there quite hard, so she was probably slightly disappointed.
But once we did a couple of runs, we all sort of decided that we weren't going to sort of try and run flat out and whatever. We were going to take it easy and just whatever happened. Whatever happened.
Amazing results in both competitions.
Yeah.
I know the IMCA small team, I was obviously behind them all the time, and wow, how amazing they do.
Yeah, they were really the small team were really good, and they actually, I think all of the teams were really good. We worked really well together, and everybody was supportive, and we all had our own game plans.
Yeah, I haven't seen any statistics, but it certainly looked, as I was watching IMCA and IFCS, that the results were flying in all over.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think in both events, I think we did really well. We must be, fair up the table for medal wise. I haven't seen any of the results properly yet either, but I would say we're not far off. We should be top of the, towards the top of the table medal wise.
On both.
Yeah, on both of them.
The team managers should be so proud of themselves.
Really, and both teams. Again, maybe it was that we managed to get back together after a couple of years of missing events and whatever. But both teams, the support and the
led the way over there.
Sorry,
who led the way? Which country led the way?
I think for both. I think both events, the Italians were the strongest teams.
They always do well at everything, and the Germans generally do really well.
Yeah, but the Italians, there was a lot of them at both events. They had a big squad at both events.
Okay.
And they seem to have a better or a bigger sort of backroom support as well. There was, they had a physio, a dog physio, a PT trainer, all those sort of things on board with them at the time. So they were, they just had a bigger team. Whether they get more investment from authorities or whatever, I don't know.
No, wouldn't it? Yeah. I know we did a little Google when we couldn't find anything as to whether they were a sport or whether agility was classed as a sport in different countries, or
maybe they get a little bit more support and financially, maybe.
Yeah. But very, very well done. And how did you find going back to back?
It was hard work. I was fortunate enough to be able to come back home for a few days in between, which did. I'm not sure whether that made it better or not. I don't know, but I felt it did. It was better to come home.
I'm sure. And then get the washing done, if nothing else.
Yeah, get the washing done and get everything prepared again to start all over again. But
it
was hard work. But I think it was. I enjoyed it.
Briggs coped with the travelling and everything else.
Yeah, he was absolutely phenomenal. He was better than I could have imagined him to be, really. Because he can be quite sensitive about certain bits and pieces, but he coped absolutely amazingly. He did everything that I hoped he would have more. He was good.
Brilliant.
Traveling wise, he was fine. Even on the coach when we did IMCA. So IMCA we went on a coach, and IFCS I drove. and at both times he was absolutely fine. Yeah, he was.
Oh, good boy, good boy. And so where do you go from here, Stuart? So I remember when Stacey did the juniors, she was like, oh, okay, where do you go from here?
Yeah, obviously I've got BAC coming up November. We've got that coming up, which is a relatively decent size event to get involved, keep things going.
High profile, isn't it? It's a lovely event.
And then I'm trying now, my focus over the winter is to get to grade 7.
Okay.
So I'm starting from scratch in grade 6 now. I've got my first show on Sunday.
Where's that?
At Kaluki in Oxford.
Yeah.
So we're going there Sunday for one day, and then I'm just booking up a few winter shows, trying to get hopefully to get to grade 7 before the new season starts, as it was the summer season next year. If I can get to grade 7, then I'll be happy. And then if things gone according to plan, then hopefully I'll be back on the IFCS team
and
for
then
next year.
Try in March. Where is the competition next year?
We're still waiting for confirmation at the moment.
Right.
We'll see how things go. IMCA was, what did we say? IMCA is Holland.
Okay, right. Yeah.
But yeah, we're waiting for confirmation. But we'll see how it all goes. Either or, it'll be exciting one way or the other.
Fabulous. Yeah. Great.
So what's it been like back here? What have you been doing back here? You been up to anything special?
Talking. No, I haven't. No, I, as you know, personally, obviously, I went through, a bit of a crash. So my confidence in life in general is very low. I know when I got your text today, even to sit and record this has been like, well, this is something that I used to feel was natural, and now I don't feel that it's quite natural. I'm back at training. So good. I drove to Alan's this week for both Nairobi and Kippy. I can't pretend it was easy, if I'm honest. The actual training was good. Everybody was brilliant. The drive I found very, very stressful. But I did it, I did it, and that's what I have to keep remembering. And then, of course, when you're suffering with anxiety as well, you then get the exhaustion that comes with it. So, I have booked in back. I'd love to go to back. I'm just not sure whether it's a step too early. Okay. I'm going to take it right to the death of the closing date, basically. But, loving some gun dog work. I've been doing some gun dog work with Nairobi, and I have booked in a couple of little shows with Kitty, and as I say, I'm working on their fitness and my fitness to try and get us back. So hopefully I'll get back to where I was at some point.
But I mean, and you got
it doesn't matter anymore.
You got to think that maybe you don't have to, maybe you don't. It doesn't really matter, does it?
No, exactly that. It's when you kind of find yourself in hospital just like that, you kind of stock over things as well, don't you? So
maybe you don't have to go to all the big shows, and maybe you don't have to do all the
it'll be an interesting journey, Stuart, and a new journey for me. A new journey, whether that be a new journey back into agility, like champ level. I'd still love and still aspire to win a champ ticket. And I'm still training both dogs to do agility. I'm working. Next door's dog is invited.
Next door's dog.
Next door's got involved. They kind of confused me now. So yeah, like you say, it is what it is, and hopefully I will get that champ ticket, and I'll find my confidence in me somewhere to get back to where I was. And I'm working hard on all those things that matter. We've how many times have we spoken about mental health, and taking a good vitamin, I am exercising, I'm drinking, I'm trying to sleep properly, all those things that matter, that we don't actually think matter. Dog, I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
Shush. So
that's what we do. This is why we do the podcast.
That's why we do it live. Yeah, help me out.
Absolutely. Everybody's got
Yeah, so
everybody's
that's where
dogs
I'm
bark.
at.
Everybody's dogs bark.
They're all,
It is what it
and
is.
I got my raw dog food out before I came online, so mine think that they're hungry, but they're not actually not hungry. They've got a couple of hours yet, so yeah, that's where I'm at. And
Cool.
pleased to be talking to you. And I think we're thinking about some really good interviews, aren't we?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we got some good, hopefully some good guests coming up that we can.
Yeah, we'd like anyone that wants to come on while we're talking about it. We'd like to invite them on, won't we? And it doesn't have to be agility related.
No, not at all.
You know, it can be anything dog related, really, and whether it's
definitely
families or whatever. We're very interested.
I mean, I'm really interested in anybody coming on, really, even if it's just, you know, sounds really bad, but even if it's just a grassroots, you know, dog agility handler that just,
do you know what though,
has a few opinions on things, or
but to me, you know, what we class as grassroots shows and smaller shows, so attractive to me right now. So attractive that I can like jump in my car, drive a very short journey, potentially get to the start line, run my dog, come home. That will be and it will probably sound weird to everybody listening, but that will be a massive achievement for me. So actually, you know, like you say, the people that run the little shows or the smaller shows,
but even the handlers, like you say, people like you know, people like you're talking about yourself now, but people like that not necessarily struggle, but they're not in the big shows.
They just want to go and run their dog. They don't want to aspire, and that's where I'm at now.
And also, what makes them go to these agility? You know, what makes them go to the agility shows, and you know that's what we want to know as much as anything else.
I think it's having fun. I think you know, that's what it boils down to. I've picked up loads of new clients since my move, and it's been really good for me because you know, it's all about people enjoying their dog. You know, and I think that's so important. My dogs have been my absolute crutch over the last few weeks. Without them, I don't know how other people manage without dogs, to be honest with you.
No. Yeah, it does make you think like that. Yeah, absolutely. Even traveling this last couple of weeks or whatever, with just having Riggs with me or whatever. I was driving obviously on my own. I was in a convoy. I was following people, which is brilliant. But just being in the motorhome on my own driving, it sounds really bizarre, but just having the dog on board was
it doesn't
takes away a little bit of the stress of it all, and you know and I was having weird conversations with him on the traveling backwards and forwards.
I talk for my dogs. Doesn't everybody do that?
I hope so.
I was going to say, otherwise I have totally lost it.
I was telling him where we were going and how far away we were, and not long to go.
And how did Becky find it, Stuart?
Obviously she finds it sad that she couldn't come along and join in and all that sort of stuff. She supports me obviously from home really well, so that's good. But I think she finds it a little bit a little bit sad that she can't join in. But it's a choice that we make. I still say now, if we'd have tried maybe a little bit harder, thought about it a little bit more, we could have managed to get her over.
Well, it was a financial strain as well, isn't it?
Financial is that's the biggest part of it for us. So having multiple dogs and not having anybody really on tap to look after them is.
Yeah, you've then got to get them all vaccinated, all the animal.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was really expensive.
And taking them across with us as well could have been a couple at least, would have been an option. But you know, with the AHC that you have to have now, that costs anything between £80 and £250.
Yeah, they need to make sure that you know, I mean,
should be some sort of regulation somewhere on the price, I think.
Definitely.
You know, you can go to one vet and they're charging £80, or you can go to another one, they want £300. It's for the same thing. You know, so that was a little bit of a sticking point too.
Well, at least she's got you home now.
Yeah, she's got me now, and she's stuck with me now until next year probably. hopefully, like you say, if we do
sit down and talk about our training day as well down at mine.
Yeah, we need to sort that. Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely, that will be going ahead. So an actual training day with us. Have you got the date to hand? Because my iPad is on my diary, and if I lift it up, I'm going to go plonk. So just listen amongst yourselves, listeners.
My old school diary as it was.
hopefully people are pressing like and love and yeah, all the comments are going in on this one right now.
I've got down for the 12th of November.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It's that
Perfect.
weekend, isn't it?
So
yeah, so we're going to do a
November.
training day in East Hanningfield in Essex. So that'll be a joint training day, and we're going to do something a little bit quirky and a little bit different. I think.
Absolutely, yeah. So a little bit different to your standard sort of agility training day, I think.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. We'll have a lot of fun. Good. All right. So more details of that to follow.
More details for that to follow. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and we'll speak to you all soon.
Yeah. Right. Catch you in a bit.
Take care.